Prepare yourself for invasion. This is Indie Invasion.
We're live. Happy Saturday night or Good morning, Alder. Welcome into Indie Invasion Paint on the Desk. This is Eric with you for another Saturday night hobby hangout. Excuse me. We're going to be just working on some painting minis. I'm trying to get these done for Halloween so I can get some game playing, some Halloween game playing next weekend. Let me know if you guys hear me okay out there in internet land. I've got kind of a different setup today. If you guys haven't seen on our Thursday night shorts, that's when I kind of switched over this new background. And a lot of it has to do with what I got behind me on the table. Just take care of some business stuff. If you're new to Indie Invasion, if you could give us a follow, like, subscribe, lets us know that you're out there, and it helps with the algorithm and getting the show out to everybody that can enjoy it. I appreciate that. What's going on, guys? Happy Saturday night. Week left before Halloween. Well, it's actually next Monday, so a week and 2 days, something like that. But as you can see, yeah, I want to work on these guys tonight. I started the Gourd Reaper and I started the Mama Luna's werewolf expansion last week. So I'd like to continuing working on them. I'm not sure if I'm going to leave those pumpkins on the black bases. Might do clear bases for them. And then I got a couple other extra bonus stuff. I got 2 guys in the front here that were bonus minis for the Nobody Cabin and my little cultist there from that the one. I'm blanking on the name of it. I'm so bad. And then I got some Final Girls and I got some primed minis in the background there for the Big Turkey video. So don't know if I'll get to those ones. I might get to the Final Girls. I don't know. I still have 2, as you can see in the very, very back, that are they're done. I just haven't primed them yet. So I might wait on the other 2 that were primed and prepped till I get those, but we'll see how things go tonight. I usually go about 2 hours on our Paint on the Desk, kind of go with the flow. I think last weekend I went like 2.5 hours because I got in that groove. I don't know if you guys ever got in that groove where you just don't want to stop or you want to keep working or, I want to work on this. Let's see. I know Alder's in here and I'm loud and clear. Thank you, Alder, for letting me know there. Longest intro ever. Yes, I know, but I made that long intro to basically give me time to set up, and if I forgot something, I can grab it, that type of thing. So that's why I got that. I mean, that's what all the streamers are doing, right? They have that long, please stand by, starting soon. Maybe I need to put that on there, starting soon, so you guys know that it's coming. Or what would be nice is if I could find a little clock, a time clock counting down. So then you guys actually know how much time you guys got. But anyway, so we got Alder here. If anybody else is jumping in and watching, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or on Twitch, chime in. Let me know you're here, what you're working on. What Halloween game are you guys planning on playing? As I mentioned, this is the one that I am planning on playing, and I was talking to Mac Thursday night after shorts, and I'm trying to finagle him. I'm trying to pull him in to maybe do a live gameplay of something. So we'll see how that shakes out. I think the biggest hurdle we're going to have is technology. Technology sometimes is not our friend. So we'll see. I see it done online. I've played enough with this. I think we can do it. So it's just a matter of buckling down and doing it. So you guys can bug Mac. Go to the Discord and bug him. Just start dropping some hints towards that. Let's see. Alder, you are working on Burrows and Badgers. Oh, buildings. That's right. You started buildings. And some more minis. I thought you finished all your minis, or did you get more? Or did you just have a bunch, so many that what we saw was just a small portion of it? Yeah, you beat me and Mac and we got that stuff, what, a year ago or something? I don't know why I never finished them. I got paint on all of them. I just didn't finish the finishing touches. I think it's one of those problems with minis is you move on to the next shiny. You got more. Okay. I see. I can't wait to tell Mac that one. He's gonna laugh at that. You'll probably finish those ones before we finish ours too. One of these nights, I'm just gonna have to sit down on one of these, paint on the desk with just a bunch of my half-done ones, things that need maybe some dry brushing or a little bit of detail work, and just knock them all out. I do that every once in a while where it's like, okay, this could use another half-hour work, and it'll be done. So yeah, I got this new setup and I have no clue where I'm going to put my coffee that I'm not going to knock it down. I might have to put it behind me because less likely I'm going to knock it down right there. I'm just going to forget it's back there. That's the only problem with that. Yeah, I have such a weird setup here today. So like usually I have everything right in front of me, and a lot of times you guys can see it on the camera. But I got my water and my brushes on a little rolling cart right here. It's like an art supply drawer type of thing. And then over here, I got a little makeshift table setup that I wasn't sure what colors I was going to need. So I set that up so I can just bring over my big old Lazy Susan of paint. And I just got it sitting over here. So I don't know what I'm going to need. And then, yeah, of course, my keyboard. It's in front of me right now, but that's going to the side too. So that way I have some space here. And good thing about this setup is my water's right there. It's not like under the camera that's right here. So I don't have to worry about bumping the camera as much as I usually do. Oh, here we go. Here's Clem. What's up, Clem? Nice new setup. Yes. Have you not seen this setup, Clem? Did you not watch our Thursday night shorts yet? And I'm kind of unhappy with this camera right here on my monitor right now. I don't know why it looks so yellow and just, I don't like it. I don't know what changed from me doing it here as opposed to over in my old spot. You did see a short. Okay. See, now that I did with the better camera. So I don't know what's going on with this camera here. I've gone through all the different settings and stuff and I can't figure it out. So I'm just rolling with it. It looks like I got a spotlight on. I don't know why. That, and you get to see parts of my basement that you guys never got to see. I mean, that's the stairwell right there. So no, the lighting's the same as I did the other night, Clem. So Alder, I'm not sure. I think, yeah, Clem, I do think it's something to do with the reflected lighting. And the camera. The camera is just picking it up differently. I don't know. As long as the important camera, the one that's looking at the minis, works, I'm okay with that. I'm not too concerned about my face, my mug, what it looks like. Because when I go to switcheroo, that's when I care about, I want to make sure you guys can see the minis good. Well, see, that's the funny thing, Clem. A white poster board or a sheet may help. My ceiling is white. So the light is actually bouncing off the ceiling. And it's the only light that's on in this whole basement other than the blue LEDs in the background. So yeah, I don't quite understand exactly what's going on. But you know what? I am not going to be concerned about it. Something to play with in the future. So, well, handsome devil regardless of lighting. Aw, Clem, guess what you're getting? You're getting a ding for that. Don't be sweet talking me now. Yeah, thank you. I think should jump into this. I started a little bit early tonight. I didn't want to ramble too much. I wanted to dive right into it because partly it was a long day today at work. I hate working Saturdays. Usually, a lot of times, it's kind of I have to force myself down here on Saturdays, and today is a little rougher than normal. So, started a little bit early so I don't go quite as late. But I do have my hot steaming cup of coffee, so I had to make sure I brought coffee down here with me today. So anyway, I'm gonna do a switcheroo, guys, and start doing some slinging some paint. So as Clem said, enough of these shenanigans. Let's get some work done. So let's do a switch. So you guys, you know what? See, I don't look so bad small there, but I was thinking of doing this. Didn't really make much of a difference. So you guys can see nice and big what I'm working on there. Like I said, want to continue working on Gourd Reaper because that's my goal for a gameplay next week is the Gourd Reaper. And then the werewolves because a lot of this is mainly because I've had it for quite a while now. So I wanted to get some work done on them. And then yeah, I want to put some like I got some I prepped these guys. Is he gonna focus? If this I got as a little pre-order freebie mini. There he goes. For the Nobody cabin. So yeah, I got my own little Ash from Evil Dead. And then this guy just looks kind of neat for a cultist. Probably I know what the problem is here, is I need more light. So yeah, I'm not exactly 100% sure what I want to paint him in. What do cultists normally wear? White? I don't know. This guy kind of looks like a white like jumpsuit wearing guy there. You guys are chit-chatting on me. I'm missing it here. Yes, let's jump right into it, Clem. Oh, awesome, Clem. You picked up the Army Painter Speed Paint starter box. I can't remember how many that came with. See, I was going to get that, Clem, and my store actually sold out of it, so I had to get the big one. And even though it was more pricey, I'm actually kind of happy that I did because it came with a lot of colors that weren't in that smaller starter. And I know soon they should be coming out with some more colors that I don't know if they're going to do a set or just single bottles. So when those come out, I'll definitely get those ones. And let me know how you like them. Do some experimenting with them like I did. You know, you have your models that are white primer, or you know, guys like these where I primed them black, but then did dry brushing up from gray to. These guys aren't quite white because I've noticed in the past the white just seems to be a little too harsh for when the speed paint does its thing and separate and all that. So I'm trying something else, but yeah, try different stuff out like that. See, let me know what you think of them. Oh, okay, that's what the starter came with. 3 primary, 3 secondary, leather, gray, flesh, and one other. That flesh is awesome. The leather is awesome. I think you'll like those ones. I don't know if I've used much of the primary colors, but the browns are really cool, and the gray is pretty cool colors. The orange, if that came in that set, the fiery orange, that one is, what is it? It's called Fire Giant Orange. That one is phenomenal. That's what I used on all the pumpkins here, and I really liked how that turned out. Oh, okay, the ones you posted today for Zinvaded. You use that. Cool. Did you like how much time that it saved you? I mean, it's kind of a different beast. So Like these guys, I used a little bit of both. Like the Gourd Reaper, you know, his head and his arms and the scythe and the grass, that was all speed paint, I believe. But then did I do? No, his cloak I did just the normal pro acryl, and then I threw on like just a brown wash. Which one was this? This one, I believe. Agrex. Yeah, I just threw that on there. Contrast paint like, but maybe faster. Yeah, I've heard. I think it's comes down to a matter of taste with both of them. They're a little bit different, and I know some people have mixed both the GW contrast with the speed paint, so it's kind of a personal taste, really. And like I said before, it's just another tool. Think of it as another tool, you know, to achieve something, you know, a certain look or something on your minis. Anyway, I'm jibber jabbering. Let's get to painting. So I don't know, who should I start with? I'm gonna move some of this paint. I got so much paint right here, and I gotta move my camera. So you know what? Let me switcheroo here a little bit. All right, that might be a pretty good view. Let's see. While I'm painting, yeah, that'll probably be pretty good. Of course, I'm gonna have to do this because otherwise you're just gonna see that. Well, let's see. I kind of wanted to go back over these pumpkins actually with a wash. So, and I need a brush. The problem now with my brushes off to the side like this, it's a little dark over here. But if it keeps me from knocking the camera, I guess that's going to be a good thing. You know what? I don't need to put this on there. Let me make some space here. I'm feeling a little crowded. What's up, Tyler? Thank you. Yeah, the pumpkins turned out pretty cool. Like I said, this is probably one of my favorite colors next to the flesh tone that they have in the speed paint. This is probably one of my favorite colors they have in here. It's just it flows so good and gives you those dark recesses. Now, this one in particular, I think I mixed it with a little bit of yellow, so that's why it's a little bit lighter. I like dabbed the top with the yellow so it mixed a little bit, so that's why that one's a little lighter. Let's see, what do I got here? That's null oil. I want this one. All right, we're going to start with the Gourd Reaper here. And I got to watch my camera here. I got different setup. I want to make them a little bit darker. And I just thought what I probably should have done before I did this is added more orange. So you know what? I'm going to let that dry before I add any more to any of the other pumpkins. I am going to break into the orange I was just talking about. I'll thin it down a little bit with some water. See if I can make some of that orange a little more intense. All right, that kind of, I think, worked. I mean, it's kind of combining with that wash that I put on there, but yeah, I made it pop a little bit more. Yeah, I just noticed these ones were a little bit lighter than I would want, so that makes them a little bit more vivid. Yeah, you use all the paints. I don't know if I use testers. I do use Vallejo, Citadel. I might have 1 or 2 Reapers that I probably got in a swag bag from Adepticon. Turbo Dork I've never used, but I know they got some decent primers and stuff, so I'd like to try them out. But if it slings, it gets used. That's good. You're not going towards the apple barrel yet, though, are you? Like Mac? I think I have a couple of those too, so I shouldn't make fun of them. Tester's Dull Coat, Lifesaver. Don't know if I've used that. Oop, I just knocked somebody down. You know what? I'm going to move my little skateboarder, since she's not primed, and my Dr. Grange, because she's not, these two are not going to get any work done, so I'm going to put them behind me on the table. All right, where did I just put my brush? There it is. I'm all just out of sorts, guys. I got this different setup. There we go. I like that. That makes them a little, makes that orange just a bit brighter. Punch it up a bit. Gotta be careful. I don't want to put too much on. I want it to set and dry a little bit. Now he looks like a real orangey look. So I'll let him sit for a little bit. All right, let's see. These are small enough. I'm going to put them on here. Yeah, Clem, I agree that the brush that comes in the speed paint kit. Nope, that's not it. Where'd I put it? It's Army Painter's Monster brush. I don't know if you guys can read that. Here's the size of it. Now mine's already starting to get a little bit frayed on the end, but it holds so much pigment and paint. It's awesome. I actually want to get some more like that from Army Painter, because I was using it with the regular paint too, and I really liked it. You use some of the apple barrel stuff on the Wild West Access buildings, not on minis. Okay. Yeah, see, that's all I've ever used them on. too, Clem, was some buildings. I might come back and dry brush these pumpkins with a little bit of yellow. Highlight them a little bit, but that one's better. I think what I'm going to do for their cutouts, the glow, I'm going to match them to the Gourd Reaper glow, which I'm going to do like a bright pale green, I think is what I'm going to do on them, to give them that kind of ghostly glow. Now, I'm not covering this whole pumpkin. I'm just kind of hitting some of the spots to darken them up. So I'm being very selective. Just trying to push some of the shadow, you know, where the shadows of the ridges of the pumpkin are, just to push them back a little bit more. I don't know if I like that super dark one right on the front of his face. I'll soften it up a little bit. And remember which ones I've done here. Put some on there and just kind of pull it up. I'm using my fingers just to kind of dab those highlight areas. Oh, what's she saying here, Clem? My new Saturday evening lineup: Indie Invasion paint on the desk, Svengoolie, and a little net surfing. Man, that's multitasking, Clem. I appreciate that, Clem. Hanging out with me, keeping me company. And yeah, recharge from the week. Like I said, I work on Saturday, so sometimes it's really hard for me to get down. But knowing you guys are here to hang out with me and keep me company helps. This guy turned out a little bit too yellow. So he will definitely benefit from another layer of speed paints. It's a little bit more up here on top. Don't want to work these too much because it'll just you'll just be pushing it around and basically taking stuff that you just did off. So until it sits and dries, I don't want to really add anything more to it. I don't know, I just trying to get it a little bit oranger. It really mixed with the yellow, so I'm gonna go all out here. Let it do what it does. All right, well, I think the pumpkins are good. So, let's see. We got her. Now, I made her pizza boxes. What did I make that? Ochre? That's a yellow ochre. I'm thinking I should have made them white, but I kind of like the contrast of that. It's not as intense as white. And I think I was just going to make her gray. But you know what? I want to give these guys time to dry. So I think I'm going to move to ash here. And, let's see. He has like a khaki brown pants. Do I want sand for his pants? Sand golem. Dark wood for his boots for sure. And let's see. Maybe sand golem for his pants and dark wood for his boots. Shirt. You know what? Of course, I don't have it sitting in front of me. But I'm thinking of blue. Of course, I got to find blue. Red, camo, bone. I don't think I've used. Here's gray. Yeah, runic gray. I'm going to try runic gray. It's not such an intense blue then. Well, look who decided to join us. My partner in crime. Hello, Indie Invasion Podcast. KieLoKaz is in the house. What are you working on, bud? Red border on the pizza boxes. Make them pop a bit. Yeah, I was thinking red too, Clem. Maybe like do some kind of design on just the corners, or maybe like a little almost like a squiggly on the side, so it looks like it says, I don't know, hot and fresh, something like that. You know, some kind of slogan, but unreadable. All right, we're going to start with light and go dark. So we got Sand Golem. I'm going to put that on his pants. Max said he's just popping in for a couple minutes. Got to get the kids to bed. But he just finished Necromunda and some of his Zinvaded. There you go, Clem. Max working on Zinvaded. Finish some up. All right, I'm going to go to that super duper brush, Clem. Looks a little yellow, but I think if I hit it with a brown wash when I'm all done, it'll look more like a tan. I just want to make sure I get it all around his belt loops here and stuff. I think I was just going a little thin on it, so I like really caked it on there. And I see a little bit of overflow right there. So I want to try and soak it up with a dry brush, or I should say a damp brush. And I'm just kind of just soaking it up. Now I could hit it with my hair dryer, but it's way on the other side of the room, so Stunning metallic blue. I might have missed that one. His Zinvaded. Oh wait, I did see that. That was from a while ago. Let's see, he did some more. I don't. Maybe he didn't post what he did tonight yet. Tyler, this is AKA Ashley. This was my little bonus mini I got with the Nobody Cabin for pre-ordering it. Now I do have other minis of him from the Evil Dead board game that I might have to paint up some of the Deadites and Henrietta and all the other ghoulies they got in that board game. The minis are marginal, but you know, I'll use them. Tyler, he does not have a name in the game because he was just a bonus mini, just a mini to have a mini. I'm sure Matt has a name for him. It's, you know, that might come up sometime in the storyline. Yes, Clem, I think a blow dryer is a must for the speed paint. Now, if you don't have patience for it to dry and you want to keep working, that combined with like a matte, just a quick spray down of a, you know, a seal coat will help so you can continue to work. But I would suggest, because I've done that and it works, but there's still that chance that you're gonna make the paint you just put on either mix or kind of get, you know, you pull it off with water. Basically, you got to give it enough time to set. So the best method is just to do something and let it sit overnight. Now, like with him, you know, I'll probably do his skin next and then let him sit for a real long time before I do that shirt. I try to pick areas that are separate from the other so I can do them. And I found with the speed paint, if you start with the lighter colors, let it dry, and then do your darker colors, you won't have such an apparent, you know, mixture, so to say, because you're giving that lighter tone time to dry. Sometimes it just downright changes the colors because they mix. So I'm going to do his flesh tone. Yeah, working on more than one model kind of really forces you not to overwork it. Oh, that would be nice, Alder. Alder's saying, if you guys aren't in the chat, I'll pop it up here. He said, apparently the new range of speed paints they are working on will not have the reactivation issue. That will help a lot. A lot. That is definitely cool, Clem. All right, I don't know where I put flesh tones on my palette here. Now, I'm curious to see if what I did works here. So instead of, you know, doing my dry brushing, my gradient up to white, I stopped at, I think that might be a warm gray that I stopped at. There you go, Tyler. Here's a super close up. Hail to the king, baby. His pants look tan. Looks about what I was looking for. And you can really see where when I dry brushed him, I tried to do like the underside, insides of his legs darker. You know, I left them more of the black. You can really kind of see it on the side there. And of course, in the back of his thigh. So it really, speed paint really helps. You know, I think it helps the speed paint doing that. It's a little more prep work, but aiming to have 90 colors in the speed paint range. Wow. Thank you for the info, Alder. I don't think I heard of. I knew they were making more colors, so I'm all for that because I'm digging these. But I have already found that I use a lot of the same colors and then just switch to my Pro Acryl. Yeah, I mean, dealing with the colors in the current batch is pretty simple, Clem, but there's a lot of people too. You know, you don't want to have paints that do that for people that just aren't veteran painters and stuff. They'll get frustrated and not want to use it. Yeah, the medium will help. Looky, what?
What?
Turn his camera off so we can't see his fancy face.
I'm trying to. There we go. There we go. That's what I was trying to do.
Oh, you were trying to turn it around. Okay.
I was. I'm trying to figure out if I can make this work with my phone. I don't have a lot of success with this normally with my phone. But we'll give it a try. See what happens. See what happens. I don't have much battery life either, so I'm running on empty, man. You know what I'm saying? Let's see. All right. Okay, that won't work. I got to go higher than that. Give me a second, feller. That's why I don't normally do this. I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, you're sideways for some reason.
Yeah, that's because of the way I have my camera.
It did not rotate on you.
Yeah, I'm not sure how to. Let me see. Facilitate that the best. I'm using my phone, so let's see. Let's see if I can do this. Oh my gosh, this is madness. Madness, I tell you, madness. Hello, Alder. Let me try this. I can kind of see you guys chat still. Yeah, okay, that works. Yay! And there was much rejoicing. For me, anyway.
Mac Figure Technology.
No. Let's not get carried away. Let's not get carried away. I figured I got a few minutes and I sat down and started working on this anyway. So I was like, well, I may as well just jump on. What the heck, right?
That's right.
Right. Clem, you guilted me into working on my Zenvaded. Because I started working on some Deep Wars stuff that I've actually had on the back burner for a little while. And I got an email from, or not an email, a text message from other Eric Luchard, who is the creator of Deep Wars, and they're getting ready to do some new fun stuff. So thought I would get my stuff painted up.
Didn't he just finish a STL Kickstarter?
He did, and
Not that
I
long
backed
ago?
it. Yep, I backed it, and I hadn't painted anything yet. So that's what I was working on. That's what I was working on.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting there looking for his other hand, and it's inside the chainsaw, the stump.
That's a good place for it.
You know, and I might end up painting his face just a regular paint.
Yeah,
No.
instead of using the speed paint.
Well, yeah, I don't have his face bright enough. I mean, you know, I have the gradient on here, and it's separating too much.
I gotcha.
that the highlights are just coming too forward that I can't even see the color.
All right, now see, that's why I didn't get on here, because you're talking about colors moving and stuff. Look here. Here's colors moving. You ready? That's what my gradients were moving right there. Did you see them?
His face just, it looks too gray still. I don't know. It's the speed paint separating too much, more than I want.
Gotcha. I gotta make sure my phone's not gonna turn off here. Hold on.
Yeah, the Zethenthal Clem, I just don't think sometimes it works for certain colors, and like this case, it is not working with the flesh tone. I think the flesh tone just needs to be a solid color. It's just separating too much. Boop, boop.
Oop. What did I do?
There
I
go.
am.
I think we were both pressing buttons at the same time.
Yeah, my phone was trying to go to sleep, so I thought that might not be the best idea.
That's a bad joke, Clem. I'm reading some of the chats I missed. His face looks a little ashy. Ha.
That's a quality dad joke right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so, Alder. I might pale flesh color and then hit with the tinted speed paint. Yeah, I think it just needs to be a solid undercoat. I think with me doing that highlighting, dry brushing and stuff, it's just, I thought not going all the way to white would help. I don't know. That or just needs, maybe I have to let it sit dry and do another coat. See what it does. Because, let's see, where's Mama Luna? So, I think Mama Luna's had some issues of her flesh tone when I put it on mixed with something in the palette, and it made her a little too yellow. I mean, her hands turned out okay, but not her face. Not so much. So Mama Luna's been,
maybe she has a liver issue.
Well, yeah, could be from eating a diet of pizza and people. She is a werewolf.
You know, who knows what that'll do to your liver.
All right, I'm gonna try some on him, see what it does. So you missed hearing me talk about my ordeal with setup, Mac. I am still on this little tiny table, but man, I have no room. I got my rolling cart next to me with my paint brushes and water, and then I have another setup on the other side holding my keyboard and paint.
No fun.
Well, I was like, well, I could move the computer back where I normally have it, but I'm like, man, I don't want to go through all that.
Yeah, it's hard getting a good setup to do this. You know, you gotta give props to the guys that have the nice setups that do the painting and the battle reports. There's a lot that goes into just the logistics of getting it set up that you just don't even really think about.
And we know just enough to be dangerous.
Yeah, and that is completely and 100% all.
As long as you guys are entertained by us two knuckleheads.
Well, some of them keep coming back, so you know.
Yeah, I was waiting to see Clem comment there. Holy cow. My hands are starting to shake already.
Oh, yeah.
I almost wiped my brush off on my makeshift mouse pad. If you guys are wondering what I'm using for a mouse pad, let me tell you, when they have stuff like this for roads, they make good little mouse pads in the pinch.
Yeah, those roads are awesome too. I love those roads.
It's about all the space I could afford on this darn soda fountain table. And I'm trying not to put too much weight on it to move it. Oh yeah, he's got bare feet. I don't know what to paint this guy's little jumpsuit here, my cultist. I mean, he looks like a white pajama type cultist, but I don't know.
Go with purple. Purple's always good for cultists.
Purple. Wow, is he gonna pop on the table?
Yeah.
Man.
As he should.
Guys are gonna be asking, where's the Kool-Aid? That's what we're trying to avoid.
No, he'll look like Grimace.
Oh boy, there's a cult.
The McDonald's cult.
And I recently came across that there's a metal band that's like a spoof band.
I know what you're talking about. Go ahead.
They do. I can't remember what they're calling themselves, but they do. They dressed up like the McDonald's characters and they cover Black Sabbath songs.
Yep. I've seen them.
It's hilarious. I think I came across them on one of my internet dives. You know, you get down that rabbit hole sometimes.
The one that inevitably leads to more miniatures.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah.
No, I don't know anything about that.
Yeah, I don't have like 30 tabs open for nothing.
Well, right. I mean, you got to be able to get back to those miniatures, right?
Yeah. It's either that or I just put them in the bookmarks. And then I'll have 100 bookmarks and I'll be like, what's this bookmark?
And then you go to them and you're excited all over again.
Now, see, it worked better on this guy. I think it's because he was more one tone. Let's see if the you focus. And we'll do this. Boop. Come on. There he goes. Yeah, I'll probably put a second coat on him though too in certain spots. Like some of his bare feet look a little too gray still.
Okay, so I got a question to make everybody mad. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. So, what is your take on the quality of the minis from Black Site Studios?
I think they've gotten better than where they were, 3 years ago, was it?
Uh-huh.
I think the sculpting, which is done by, oh my gosh, my brain's not working tonight. Anyway, the sculpting I can see the progression. You know, he's starting to push the poses a little bit, make them
Right.
a little more dynamic. They're not so static.
Gotcha.
You know, just a dude just standing there.
Yeah. Now I've always liked the poses. I've never had issue with the poses. But, and don't mishear me, for you black site lovers out there, I love their minis and stuff, but I don't rate their resin as the highest quality. There's a lot of better resin out there, but their sculpts, I really like their sculpts. I got a bunch of the
You got new stuff, right?
I got
Recently?
I got new stuff. Yeah. I got, well, actually, it was a bunch of the on sale stuff. So I don't know if it's newer stuff, but the sculpts are lovely. I mean, I really like the sculpts, and the resin is okay, but that's what I noticed. I didn't notice a change in the sculpts. I've noticed a continuing improvement in the resin.
Okay.
And
Yeah, I can see that.
the reason I brought it up is because it reminds me of TT Combat as they explored their resin more and more, because you know I've had TT Combat stuff for a long time, miniature wise, and I remember their first Carnivale and a lot of their first Rumble Slam stuff was good, but you could see the learning curve. You know what I mean? And I brought that up not to bust on Black Site, but to say that it's cool to watch the progression, because they may very well end up being some of the better resins out there as they continue improving their process, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they come across anyway as a company committed to excellence, and the truth is that's not all companies, you know.
No. Yeah, they want to push themselves forward, keep learning.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're generally, I look at them as a new company still, realistically, when it comes to publishing games.
Yeah. And so I'm definitely a fan, and I look forward to seeing continued improvements. I'm still a metal mini guy, though.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. The last metal minis I've done.
Oh, I got some for you. Don't worry.
Probably Burrows and Badgers.
Oh,
Speaking of, Alder on here, he said he been working on more minis because he got more.
You can't resist. They're so cool.
So you're gonna send me a big old box, huh?
Yep, big old box of metal miniatures.
Some fish people,
and fortune hunters, and I think there's.
I don't know why I never got any of their minis. I remember looking at them, I just never pulled the trigger on them.
Well, you know, it's kind of funny because, and I haven't talked about Deep Wars in a while. It's just been out of my scan volume. You know, I don't have anybody here who plays. Like I said, everything I play, I mostly got to play solo. But it was actually the game that by accident introduced me to Twisted, because I was looking for. Oh, look at you, got my back. I was looking for cool steampunk miniatures that fit thematically in Deep Wars and Shadowsea, because, you know, I'm always adding stuff.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And I came across the Dorothy miniature for Twisted, and I was like, oh, man, that's really cool. So I got that one, and that was the first Twisted model I got, and added it to my Deep Wars Shadowsea collection. And it's a Song of Blades and Heroes, which is a rule set that I like because of its simplicity. And Deep Wars and Shadow Sea have one thing that I've never seen in any other games, and that is a mechanic that incorporates levels, meaning like a flying creature can fly and stay flying for as long as he would like to. And it incorporates the process of fighting across levels. And it incorporates that in the water element of the game too, the underwater part. So I always thought that was super cool. Alrighty, got some little fresh off the printer, little piece of scatter terrain.
Wall. It looks kind of like a wall.
Yeah, it's I'll after I do this last bit of paint, I'm not going to be on for too much longer, but I'll show it in a second. I'll pull the camera back a little farther. I got it off Thingiverse. It's Star Wars Legion.
Oh, okay.
Barricade.
That's
But,
a game
you know,
I'm staying away from.
Yeah, I've played it once with my oldest, but I don't have any interest in playing it. However, the terrain works well for Violent Dark or or any of those other sci-fi games. You just plug it in, 5 parsecs, Space Station Zero, whatever, fits in all of them.
Okay, let's see. Let's go dark wood.
That's an appropriate color to be using for horror miniatures. The dark wood.
Well, especially for putting it on Ash here from Evil Dead.
Yeah. Even more apropos.
Alder said, yeah, he's still a fan of the metal minis. He said he has a few Burrows and Badger minis.
That's because Alder is a wise miniature collector.
So I went from metal to the plastic, and I don't mind the plastic. I don't know. I don't know if I really have a preference anymore.
No?
I mean, I went from metal to the plastic to, it seems like a lot of the resin anymore that I don't know.
I'm not a big resin fan. It's always just too brittle to me.
I think I kind of got burnt out of the metal with GW. It spends so much time, and you know how I clean.
Oh yeah, on your old, like your Tomb Kings.
Ah, yes, it just takes forever the way I am. So when I moved to plastic, it was like, oh my gosh, I can get this guy, cleaned up so quick.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. There are definitely advantages to each one of them. That's 100% true. So much easier to work with. Plastic is, I think, the easiest. Resin can be brittle, and you try to cut it and it snaps.
Yeah.
Really far away from where you were even close to cutting it. I will say with these Zinvaded minis, the thing I like is that it's such a huge chunk of resin. They're not brittle at all.
Yeah. Clem is asking, did he see Mac has his 3D printer issue sorted?
Yeah, we'll see. it made it through that print, but it probably won't make it through the one that I just started without failing. And I think it might be my hot end. So I mean, you know, hot end's only $17, so I ordered a new hot end, and I'll replace that and see, because I'm gonna have some larger volume of stuff I'm gonna need to start printing for Deep Wars to do some reviews and things like that on. So I'll need it running. All right, so I'm getting ready to tap out, fellas, because I have stuff to do tomorrow. But let's see. That's the Deep Wars stuff I've been working on. That's one of the dudes. He's all blurry.
There you go.
He's pretty cool. And you got this guy. He's really cool. I like him. And then we got this one. But I got all these over here for Violent Dark. I got the scents and some of the suits. They were on sale, so I got those. And I'm working on my second batch of these guys, doing some of the lining on these guys. You see how big that model is.
Yeah, that's a chunky boy.
Yeah. It's a girl.
It's a girl?
It's a girl. And there's another one. And then I got some color on my little bugs, my little maggots. So
those are cool.
That's what I got going on. Yeah, this is the resin. So Deep Wars moved to resin. And I mean, you can see the spear there.
Yeah.
That's way, way, way more brittle than metal would be. You know what I mean? That thing's just it's so, yeah. This one, same thing too. All right, Clem, thank you. I shall. So, all right, fellas, I'm glad I was able to hang out with you for a little bit. Eric, get all that stuff painted.
All right, I'm working on it.
All right, guys, we'll talk at you later. Bye.
Later.